Hello. We are live.
Slowly scooted out of frame.
Let's see if this is working, how this is going audio-wise. Alright. Welcome. Hello, everybody. I took the chat off the screen as to save CPU. I did a bunch of other stuff to save CPU. Looks like the frame rate of my camera is a little bit lower, which is kind of weird, but whatever. But yeah, bro, let's get into it. Yeah, hold on, my phone's going off. Cool. Alright. So, today, we are looking at this project file.
Oh, let's blow stuff up!
I'm gonna run it back to the beginning, actually.
Yo, let's blow stuff up! Now it's like, damn! Give him a little love tap, showing you.
And so it begins. Does this still work over here? Yeah, so, yeah. My CPU is going to spike a bunch. My CPU is going to spike. It's really annoying. Yep. Hello. Okay. Are we good? Good Lord. Let's quit some stuff. Thank you for following Drew Chains. I froze and flattened a bunch of stuff. Oh no, the stream is cutting out. I hate this. Yeah, a bunch of stuff is been freezing flattened, as you can see right here. Bro, I'm literally gonna punch my computer in the face. This is the worst in the world. Okay, so I'm gonna freeze all these. So while I do that, I'm gonna break down basically each individual base. I'm gonna unfreeze them one at a time, and basically just show you how I did them. It's gonna take a little bit. We got 800 people in here bearing witness to the horribleness of my MacBook and its inability to stream effectively. Seems like the CPU spike is over.
Hi, Jesse.
Just hitting my vape. You know, oh. Just hitting my vape. Anyway. So basically, a lot of these sounds, it's just a shitload of post-processing, as you can see. A lot of for my sound design, a lot of my sounds by themselves are terrible, or just like not very interesting, and fucking, what was I gonna say? It gets interesting once I start layering them all together. So, bro, this is like horrible. Do I have any heavy plugins on like anything else that could be bogging things down? Okay, so let's break down the sound. Unfreeze. I'm gonna cry. So, I actually did buy a capture card. So that I'm gonna be streaming off of my PC soon. And it's going to be way better because my CPU load will not be bogged down by OBS like it is being bogged down right now. This is fucking bullshit. Okay, I need to freeze more stuff. What else can I freeze? This is fucking bullshit. What up, Benzos? I still feel bad about roasting your name, and I thought about it more, and I think you should just do whatever you want. My master chain is actually almost nothing right now, which is weird enough. If I had like isotope ozone on it, that would make sense. But my master chain, I'm pretty sure, is just a straight up soft clipper. What is on my master chain? Yeah, it's utility to turn it down a little bit to automate the volume, because I do this thing on my masters. Am I even doing it here? Dear automation lanes, make yourself visible. Yeah, I'm automating the master gain on utility to make the drop louder, and then turning it down again. I could just move this down, this whole automation lane down by 1.67 dB. It would be the same thing, but I'm lazy, so I didn't. You know. Is this? I still can't play this sound. I want to punch my computer in the face. Really bad.
In the interface.
I want to punch my computer in the interface.
I'm so funny.
Honestly, like, I think until I get my my capture card, we might just want to be patient with these. I bought one. It's on its way from Newegg, which is where I buy my computer parts from. Yeah, if you guys just want to ask me questions, I'll just fucking answer them until I get this working. I think that did it. I did get the AverMedia 4K. Okay, so this sound, we finally fucking got it. Great, big, large success. Really exciting times. So I'm going to group all of these things and turn them off and then turn them all on so you can get a sense for what it would be like with and without the post-processing. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong, bing. Moment where I knew I made it. I still don't think I've made it. And that's not necessarily the goal for me. It's a wish, but like, it's such a gradual process that like I've just been putting out music, and it seems like the people who enjoy it has become a bigger crowd, and I think that's really cool. But you know, I just like making music. So let's turn all these off. Wow. So that was the original sound. Let's turn on the amp, the 3 OTTs off the bat, but not the grain delay. So really pitchy and weird. And turn on the grain delay, pitching it down 3 semitones, and doing stuff with the frequency, turning on some tonal delay, setting the decay time to 50 milliseconds, and only 29% feedback. So really not that much feedback. Sick. I'm gonna go jump out a window. What's weird is it works with all this stuff on. I usually begin a track by sound designing, and then something catchy will come out of the sound design, and then I'll just start something. How do I pick tracks for new EP? I generally just pick my favorite ones, but I generally go for solo tunes. It is Level Up in the background. 3 OTTs is classic. Oh, Benzos is considering rebranding. I put your voice on a track. I'd love to show you. Global Dub, I don't know if it's still happening. This is how much post-processing does. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Someone's saying I made it. Yeah, that CPO looking at 1997,000% feedback. But yeah, I mean, the term made it is weird. Because for me, something my dad said when I was little is success in life is enjoying your work. If you enjoy your work, you'll never actually have to work. So my goal, considering I enjoy making music the most, was to make music my work. So if I can just be successful in like putting food on the table and keeping a roof over my head via making music, then for me that's making it. But you know, there's many different degrees of what would be considered making it. I don't know. Yeah, so let's look at this serum. Probably pretty basic, is my guess. Yeah. So it's this wavetable, which came in a pack. Honestly, without all of these effects, it would probably sound pretty basic. I'm just FMing it really hard, so it's a really high pitch. And the shape of the LFO is very stabby and plucky. That's on the wavetable position. The low pass filter, very basic filter, like really. Being pushed very hard with a distortion. There's a little bit of res. Well, I'm brain farting on what res means. Not resolution. Resonance. The resonance of a filter basically means it's the shape of this peak. And the reason why that's really important is because when this peak, oh, big up Bubblegum for subbing, and big up Bubblegum for gifting a subscription to NC90. That's very nice of you. Why it matters if this peak is really sharp or not is because basically what a filter is when you're looking at is this is the frequency spectrum right here. Like this is low end, this is high end, right? So if you were to sweep a peaking pole through the frequency spectrum, you're gonna hear those resonant frequencies go pew! Like it isolates out the frequencies so it distinguishes more of a tone. And when you move that tone up and down, it creates a pronunciation effect. That you'll when you do it more, it becomes very noticeable. You can spot out high resonant sounding things off the bat because there's a very tonal sweep. And by tonal, I mean like the pitch is very discernible. It's almost like a sine wave effect where it's like a direct D or T, and it goes D. You know. So when you have really high resonance, there's just that characteristic comes out of the filter, especially when you move it. But the resonance on this one was turned down pretty low. So I'm not looking for a resonant effect from my filter movement here. I'm looking for more of a volume shaping effect with my filter movement. Oh, big up Bubblegum for gifting tier 1 sub to Natalingsburg. I don't know how to pronounce things, but I appreciate Bubblegummy for Everyone thinks my name is spelled with an I. What up, ill gamer? Although my name is spelled Jesse. I is the girl's pronunciation, and I've been dealing with that my entire life. But it's fine. See how when I move the filter down, there's almost less sound? That's because more of the filter, the cutoff is lower down, therefore the cutoff is happening sooner, therefore more of the sound is getting filtered out. So on the effects tab, I got some... I turn off hyper. I'm not a big fan of hyper personally. I don't use it often. I've seen some people use it, but I'm not too personally big on it. I used hyper. I mean, I didn't use hyper, but I did use dimension. I kept it pretty low on both size and mix. Because it's really easy to go overload. Oh, big up. One's the Rock 108 subscribing. You're the fucking shit, my guy person. And we got a hype train. That's pretty cool. Everyone should spam the emojis in the chat because we have emojis now. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we've done upgraded. But yeah, I think it's pretty easy for the dimension to get out of hand really quickly. So I keep it basically pretty low across the board. There might be exceptions to this. I always say breaking the rules is where new discoveries happen. So maybe, fuck it, send it up, you know? But in this instance, I'm going to keep it pretty low. We froze again. Big up. I'm Bradley, gifting subs to Will199. I am Birdly. Holy shit! Birdly and Gomi out here gifting crazy amounts of subscriptions, and y'all are fucking amazing. Holy shit. Big up Big Dust subscribing. We got base face emojis, bro. That's cool you ran into me at the food truck. This talking thing is cool because whenever my CPU gets fucked up, I'll just read the chat and talk to you guys for a little bit so I don't ignore you completely. Big up Ooh Waves for subscribing. We got a hype train up in this piece. With all these emojis, we on level 3, bro. Alright. Cool, CPU's chilled out a little bit. I experimented with a phaser on this. Oh, big up subscribing person. I missed it. I'll see it in the chat in a second. Yeah, so I experimented with a phaser. I must have turned it off. Oh my god, so many subscribers. What is happening? Thank you, the official Ian. Are you the real Ian? And thank you, Specialist S. Nugs gifted sub to Nug Official. Shout out. It looks like I froze. I didn't freeze. It's fine. But big up Roloshi for subscribing. Holy fuck. Thank you, Big Dust. This is just a Twitch stream of me thanking people for subscribing to my Twitch stream, which I know is so entertaining. Anyway, so I was experimenting with the phaser. I must have turned it off. I cannot stress this enough. One of the biggest parts of production, especially one of the biggest parts. Oh, big up Onimiko. Onimiko. Whoa, what is happening? Hey, someone cheered. Bubblegum, I fucking love you, guy. You guys are gifting so many subs to so many people. This is fucking crazy. I'm so touched. Cut out camera feed to improve CPU. Good idea! This might help. This already seems faster. Just kidding, it's still broken. Big up the Dangletron and Sphinx Dubs for subbing. We are at a crazy hype train right now. This is nuts. Nug Official just subscribed. You guys are so cool. We're at a level 5 hype train. This is ridiculous. Oh, what up, Sammy? Anyway, big up LS Dream in the chat. We out here being distracted by how amazing everyone is to actually talk about the music I'm making. But I'm going to continue to talk through the serum patch because I love explaining stuff. So as I was saying, one of the most... Oh my god. Big up King Dill. One of the most important things about sound designing, one of the most important things about production in general, things that you got to get okay with is trial and error. Trial and error. Trial and error. So much of it. So much trial and error. Hours of it. And potentially just 10 hours of straight error. Let's be real. It's a fucking grind, but practicing trial and error, just accepting it and being one with it will help you so much. If you start hesitating to try stuff because you're worried it might not work, you're going to be bogged down with that so much to the point where that's, for me, where writer's block comes from. The fear to try things because you think they're not going to sound good. You got to be cool with having error, and then just keep trying. Anyway, I didn't use the phaser, long story short. I had it on, I turned it off. I got a built-in OTT compressor type situation going on right here, but it's barely on. It's just a little bit because it adds a little bit of texture. And for, oh my god, so many subscriptions. Mr. Dude gifting subscriptions to C. Brown NJT, Jake Jams, Lambia 94, Tangents 92, Sudden Weed in this bitch, Titan 535, 35353535. What up, Kyle? I don't know if that's Kyle. No, it's probably just tie-dye. If it was tie-dye Kai, I thought it was Kyle. But hey, tie-dye music. But anywho, yeah, for me, when I say use a lot of post-production, post-processing, I mean, what it really is the little things are adding up, and so much of sound design and so much of a good mix down is just all of the little things adding up. Nothing you do is going to make a drastic difference. Big up Barrington subbing. Big up Mr. Dude gifting a sub to MCB, a bunch of numbers. Subscription? That's what, yeah. A sub is a subscription. Oh my god. Big up Be More Hildy. I love you guys so much. This is a lit ass stream. Yeah, a lot of the times people get frustrated because they feel like there isn't this knob that does everything all at once. And there isn't one of those knobs, that doesn't exist. But when you add a lot of little things together over time, they add up and it gets better and you can kind of discern the quality. We're at a level 5 hype train. This is crazy. Anyway, so a little bit of over to the top compression. I have some, as you can see, I got filter movement on this EQ. I set up this EQ to act as a high pass filter for me. I turn the resonance up a little bit more than on the filter on this side of the chain. And it's doing two things. It's sweeping at the low end for me, but it's also creating a little bit of pronunciation for the bass line. And then finally, I use this way too much, but the phaser filter 48. I don't know what the 48 plus actually means. I'm assuming it means something to do with maybe it has 48 resonant peaks or something. I'm not sure. I would assume, the only thing I could think of, because when I picture a phaser filter, it's got these peaking. Hold on. Turn on. Phaser filters have these like resonant peaking peaks, you know, throughout all of them. So I'm thinking that this one, the way it's designed is that it has 48. That's 10, but 48 individual peaking peaks that are generating that that sound. It creates a vowel-y sound, you know. Oh damn, we received a level 5 hype train emote. Choo choo, motherfuckers. We got 32 subs. What the hell? Good work, everybody. Proud of y'all. Thank you so much. And we got someone cheering times 200. Thank you guys. Yeah, so that's this entire serum patch. It's very basic. More going on the back side than going on the front side. We also have... Oh, I was so wrong about the OTT. We have 3 levels of modulation going on. When I say modulation, what modulation means is to change a parameter over time. There's a few different ways this can happen. Either one, it can happen via an envelope, which is like a one-hit, you design, like it, over time would go, wow, you know what I mean? Or an LFO, which stands for low frequency oscillator, which will be similar to an envelope, only it loops, so it plays over and over again. Or you can set this to be an envelope if you want. You can also set it to trigger, starting over every time a new note hits, or you can just have it going regardless of notes, or like whether the note starts, like it'll just pick up wherever it left off the next time you hit a note. I like to set it to trigger. 9 out of 10 times trigger is probably the move. But you know, it's up to you. Break the rules. But yeah, so this initial LFO, I generally use LFOs to modulate most of my things. Sometimes I'll use envelopes, but honestly, more often than not, I'm so familiar with the way that this LFO works that I'll just turn this into an envelope instead of using these. Also, you can map parameters to certain mod wheels or macros, and then you can automate them manually with an Ableton. So like once you start turning this knob, you'll see this red line moving over here. So when you turn that knob, you can put a bunch of parameters on one knob and automate them all at once with this red line by doing stuff like that. But anyway, I'm using LFOs. So on the first LFO, I'm assigning it to the wave table and the filter, pretty standard. And then I'm also assigning the LFO to the filter on the back. And I'm also assigning it to that EQ filter movement to cut out the low end and give that little pronunciation. And that's about it for the first one. Second one, it is faster. It's a different speed, which kind of creates... Oh, I should check the chat. What up, Ratrix? Big up. Matt Basehead giving subscriptions out. Someone doesn't have pants in here because it's a plamp alert. Someone's give him a lava lamp. Bring me the Whittler's lava lamp so we can plamp his pants. You know. Cool, we're back. It froze for a second. Yeah, so putting different LFO speeds will create weird movement. It's less predictable. And thank you, Mysterious Gamer, for cheering 200. That's nice of you. Yeah, so I got this on the OTT for some reason, which is kind of weird, I'll be honest. I guess it's just automating the general volume faster. And then I put it on some of the filter parameters as well. And I'm going to guess that this last one is, controlling the FM. So this one is also faster than the main LFO, so it's going twice the speed. Is my home online now? I don't know, man. Macros are fun, but yeah, they kill my CPU too. Oh man. The lag. I'm so upset about all this lag, you guys. But it's gonna be. I have a solution in the mail on the way. I bought a capture card. I'm gonna plug it into my PC. As soon as I get that capture card, I'm gonna run an HDMI cable from my MacBook to my PC so that I can share the video and the audio to my PC through the capture card, and then I will run OBS on the PC, which is built for streaming, and it will stop. It will get better. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up to see if it's still lagging really bad. I wasn't a band. And I know it's frozen. I appreciate you guys for chilling while it's frozen in here. I do. It's gonna be better soon. Anyway, yeah. So that's this sound. Automating the FM, which is doing a lot of pitch movement, and it's doing it faster than the sound itself, so it's creating like a kind of a really fast pitch movement, which makes it really stabby, which is serving to supplant how stabby this LFO shape is. So the whole thing is very pew pew pew. Now, when you add the addition of an amp to make it hella fucking distorted, then you add the addition of 3 OTTs stacked on top of each other. You just heard what it sounded like before. I doubt it's gonna play. Bruh. My computer in its entirety is lagging right now. Even my mouse is lagging. That might save some CPU. Yeah. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi, guys. It's my CPU. All right. All right. Waiting for this stream to catch up. So Brock can bear witness to how bad my CPU is. I knew this was going to be bad. I was like, man, last time I streamed something, it went very CPU poorly. Yo, Brock. Anyway, so I'm going to freeze this. Or no. Yes, okay, cool. So that's what that sounds like without the grain delay. That serum patch with all that OTT and all that amp. You put a grain delay on it. Then you turn on a bunch more stuff. In this case, a frequency shifter that is not doing anything. A gate that is sharpening the attack. An auto filter that is doing stuff in the intro. Reverb that is doing stuff in the outro. Or no, it's actually, there's a little bit of reverb automation the way the sound comes in. And then some EQing. Take out the low end for sure. Bump down the high end just a wee bit. Take out the low end again just to be double sure apparently. And it looks like I was notching out some harsh frequencies. Let's freeze this back up. Holy shit, my computer is screaming in agony right now. I have like nothing open too. It's literally, yep. What's good with activity monitor? Are you chilling? OBS is taking 300% CPU right now. Just wanted to make y'all aware. 300%. Nuts. Look at these spikes. And look at this. I have a good ass MacBook. It's an i9. We should be good here. This should be fine. But alas, behold, it's so bad. Anyway, this is still freezing. Oh my god. Insane. And this is also consider that is Skrillex really in the chat? There's no way. Also consider that I cleared off over 100 gigs of data off my hard drive last night because Brock told me that it would help. I am hardwired. It's not the Wi-Fi cutting out, it's my CPU. Oh great, suddenly I can't hear anything. What happened? Hold on. Technical difficulties. This is potentially the biggest struggle. Oh man. Oh geez. There it is, finally. The pinwheel of death. Yep, live is not responding. I'm gonna reopen live. I'm gonna also not show you guys my desktop. I'm going to say no because the recovery time will take forever. I have a tower. Bing bong, this is super annoying because my projects are too heavy. Bro. Crazy. Can I get a motherfucking... Can you play? Now Ableton literally won't play. Alright, I'm unplugging my sound card and plugging it back in. There we go. Cool. You're getting audio. Alright, let's go back to blow stuff up. This is the most annoying thing ever. Do I want to save the snare drum? I do not. These are my OBS settings. I've considered turning the bitrate down. My rate output is the same as my resolution, I think. I have my CPU set to ultra fast. Fucking... Ugh. All this shit's set way low. Oh, wait. I turned my camera off, which means that I can do certain things. Cool. Router machine broke. While we wait for this to freeze, let's all drink water. You guys can hear me drinking water. Good water. Anywho. I think this has been frozen on the same thing for a while.
Step up!
Hold on. I'm refreshing this Twitch stream to see if I'm still frozen on the same screen. Nope, we're good. Alright, cool. We're back. So I'm going to break down this sound next. Oh my god. Very similar process going on here. Amp, then OTT, then grain delay, with it being pitched up this time. Less decay time on the actual tonal delay and less feedback on how much tonal delay there is, but it's being pitched up. The frequency is very low, which changes how that sounds. The serum patch itself, let's look at it. Holy shit, it's taking forever to open. Open, bro. This is fucking agony. Alright. I'm literally using the same wavetable as last time, but a different LFO speed. The FMing is looking like it's still going up really high. The oscillator is down two octaves, but this oscillator is regular, which changes how the FM behaves. Filter cutoff's doing the whole filter. This is modulating the volume of oscillator 1 and the wavetable of oscillator 1. This is still automating the wavetable of oscillator 1, so they're kind of fighting against each other going in opposite directions. And then this is also still controlling the FM. FX tab, I had a feeling, looks identical to the last one, which is chillin'. Yeah, I think it's really the LFO shape being different is what's making the sound like it does. Yeah, bro. These other ones, I already broke down this sound. So these are that sound duplicated, but with certain things changed. I'm going to freeze this and I'll show you guys. I'm going to lower my bit rate. Can I do that midstream? Yeah. Okay. I lost audio again, which means I'm going to fucking throw my computer out the fucking window. Holy shit. Why? Why did that make me lose audio? That makes no fucking sense at all. Oh my god. Do I have audio on anything else? That is the question. I literally cannot wait to be done using this MacBook for this. Nope. Audio's gone system-wide. Cool, that's back. Cool. At least audio's working. Is there anything else I can freeze? Falcon. I'm gonna freeze this one. It might help a lot. There we go. I'm gonna break down. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Actually, no, I'm not. Okay. So this sound already broke down. This sound is the same thing repeated, but I believe it's an octave up, and the serum is a little bit different. And then this is the same thing, but an octave down, and the serum is a little bit different. Broke down that sound. Yeah. So these boys. There's operator, believe it or not. So let me unfreeze this. We have a formant filter. It appears I'm automating parameters on operator. Or not. I'm automating the decay time? No, I'm not. Anyway. Yeah, so it's what it looks like. It is probably 2 user waves. Second one's just a regular sine wave. This one's being FM'd by 35. There's no LFO going on. Pitch bending is doing the inverse of that by 100%, so it's going at that speed. There's a formant filter. Pitch shifting, which is being used just barely. I don't think I'm even doing anything with it. Nope. Another ring mod. OTT to bring it out. Saturator to make sure it doesn't clip. Sidechain. Another pitch shifter, which is pitching it down 12. Echo to fade it out when I want to, and reverb to fade it out when I want to. I don't know why this EQ3 is here at all. And some light EQing on EQ8. Did I lose sound again? I'm speechless. Yeah. That's a very, very, very basic serum sound. That's layered in underneath. Very similar processing. Frequency shift is being toned down 0.3. I think it's just a wavetable. I'm just sweeping through it. The sub on this one is interesting. So the sub is hip hop sub, but I put erosion on it. I'm making it change LFO speeds with auto pan. And I'm just saturating it as well. And you can hear it clipping aggressively from the CPU, shitting its pants. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Cymbals. Is just picking out good cymbals, honestly. I EQ'd out the low end for the hi-hat. I saturated it, or no, I turned it down, but I turned it way up over here, and then I layered another cymbal underneath it, another hi-hat, which I didn't process at all, turned it up a little bit. Hey, big up, Sir Bop Mop. Snare, Virtual Riot, clap sample layered with 2 other samples. I don't know where this one's from, but this one is from Wicked Drum Hits. EQ'd that. No processing there. EQ'd that. OTT'd it. Grouped it. EQ'd the group and transient shaped them. Standard drum behavior. What else we got going on? This intro is pretty basic. I think I just chopped up a bunch of samples and made melodies with them. So like basically it's these two horn samples. And I like chopped it up and did like that. And then also I processed them a lot. I put reverb on them, I filtered them, and I got tonal delay going on to a small degree. As you can see, I'm automating the tonal delay throughout that whole thing. And then I pitched it up an octave and stretched it out, put an amp on it, put another auto filter on it, and I think I did stuff. No, I didn't. I just pitched it up and stretched it out, and it made this sound. So together, if only I could fucking hear it. I'm freezing them. All right. Right, so we got that going on, and then we also have this. Oh, closed it. Another Grand Theft sample, pitch down, reverb on it. And then we also got this orchestral hit. Sometimes I don't have much inspiration for intros, and I just fucking chop up a bunch of samples and put a bunch of stuff on it. Got one of the bass sounds from the drop in the intro as well over here. Or we don't. It's actually a Falcon patch. Falcon's a fucking weird synth, man. Drum build is just a shitload of drum layers. Let's see, I got 2 drum and bass breaks underneath the whole thing. So many snare layers. I think everything's being automated. A lot of things being frequency shifted. What's this?
Oh, hey, sucker. Oh, hey, sucker.
Cool, and Ableton just froze. All right. Honestly, I'm just going to say what up. I'm done with that. It's not fucking working at all. I need to get